YouTube. How we doing this wonderful, blessed morning that God has bestowed upon us? And you hear the angels sing. Well, I'm just getting ready to rock and roll here as usual. I know. I mean, either I'm on time or a little bit after that, but hey, it's all good. Well, I'm even ahead of myself today. Just finished off making our cup of coffee to get us rocking and rolling this morning. But we're almost there. It's so funny yesterday. You know you're getting old when you bypass where you're looking for to to, to stop for the night and go to sleep. I'm like blew right by it. And I'm like, wait a minute, where's my stop at? I'm sitting there saying, where the heck is my stop? Good morning, good morning. I was like, where the heck is my stop? I kept on going, so I had to go to the next one, which was a minute down the road. And I was like, I wound up doing 600 freaking miles. I drove 600 miles, which makes it much easier for me today. Let's go walk to the back of the truck in the spookiness of night and get rid of some of our trash. Try to act like I'm all clean, but my truck looks like a dump. We done checked around this big boy. She's looking good. No structural damage, thank you, Jesus. And we're ready to start our day. The countdown has begun to our cruise and another vacation. I'm happy and happy and ecstatic um, to be alive today. What I'm gonna show y'all something. These are my two new friends that I got to add. That's the tomato plant and the habanero to add to my other guys over there. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if you can see, but they're really growing in there. I'm gonna put those plants up. As usual, something cuckoo freeing and only happens around here, but that's all. It's all good. I'm gonna put my tomato and jalapeno. Put you guys on the floor so y'all don't go crashing all over the place before we take off. Really, the bottom on these daggone things doesn't stay too good. They should be right down there. Listen, I don't want them. Like I said, I don't want them going all over the daggone place. Tomorrow I'll try to be ready so we can just start driving. But it's early. You know how that is. Oh boy. All right, let's get Mr. Pre-Trip. Really? Mr. I'm gonna get Mr. Pre-Trip done. Okay, I could do that. Start inspection. Pre-trip. Yada yada yada. It's crazy the technology you have to put in. Excuse me. Right there. And you'd think I would remember. Good morning, good morning. You know, as usual, I'm running behind. H3, H, alrighty, we got that done. Put that on here. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I was like really hurt when I tried to transplant some of them little babies the other day, and they started shriveling up, and then I put them back in there, and they literally came back to life. I, I think I was roasting them because I was sitting, and the sun was coming. There's like certain times of the day, this truck can be like a magnifying glass. The windows can be like a magnifying glass and roast the poor plants. So I have to remember that. And I had some bananas the other day, and you know, I put them in the planters at the bottom and put the tops all over it. I'm gonna see if that breaks down. You know, just didn't want to throw them away when I know that could be some type of nutrients for my new plants. But hey, that's part of it also. But okay, and one more thing, and we can get the heck out of Dodge. Sir, sir, come on, really? And sometimes these computers just don't want it. They just don't want to act right. Sir, and I have to start all over again. Sorry, guys. Be ready to go in a second. Turn you off duty. I know which way I need to go, but I like to have my GPS going. Oh, look at this. Let's see here. Be with y'all in just a second. Uh, It logged me out. Oh, you got onboard computers and everything else. Oh no, no, no. Yeah, I'm gonna be safe, but what it is I have like it's a GPS, but it's part of the onboard computer, and it just decided, screw you, I'm not gonna work right now, that kind of thing. And I'm like, what the heck? Then it logged me out. You know what I'm saying? And then it logged me out and like, yeah, forget you, I'm not doing nothing. Like right now, I'm getting kind of tired. I'm just gonna go ahead and start driving. I just like to look down and know that it's working. Okay, well, let's push past this and start on today's conversation. Um, I was helped with this one. Um, It was a suggestion, which is actually really kind of ingenious. There, I guess it was like two. I don't, don't quote me on this, but there's some black tourists in Mexico got abducted, for ransom. And this has been something that's actually kind of been on my mind, why I don't want to go to certain places, certain areas. Not because I'm a bitch, it's really more of a, I'm looking out for me and my wife and, that kind of thing. The people that I, usually go to other countries with. Um, I'll say this, ain't no joke, but we do have, loved ones with us. And a lot of these places, they think they're gonna kidnap you and hold you for ransom and stuff like that. And the funny part is, you kidnap me and hold me for ransom. I, I already know I'm a dead duck. So we I'm gonna be fighting. We going I'm going for it because once you find out that I'm broke as hell, once you find out that you ain't gonna get no money, y'all gonna be mad as heck. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem here. Once you find out, because you're a stupid criminal that you didn't even do your homework. If you look at the story, I think, and don't quote me on this because I'm not, I'm not a reporter or whatever, but I think these people were going to in Good Morning, Welcome In. I think these people were going to, Mexico to get a Brazilian butt lift. And, you know, nothing against the Brazilian butt lift, nothing against the, you know, why you want to do that or stuff like that. But just think about this for a minute. If they're coming to Mexico to get a Brazilian freaking butt lift, that means they don't have no freaking money. They not big money, you dumb, stupid idiots. Did you sitting there kidnap? Well, we're gonna hold them for ransom. They're coming down to Mexico because they don't have the money to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is what you're trying to get a ransom for. Hundreds of thousands of freaking dollars. But you're so stupid that you don't see that they're coming down to Mexico for the discount special. Just think about that. And they probably doing the Mexican doctor on a layaway plan or something. Oh, I'll pay you this much now, and with this injection, and this much now with this injection. But you sit there and you grab these people. Think about it. I mean, just honestly, some of these people are so freaking stupid. Exactly. Exactly. What these people that you so called thought that we're gonna get this and we're gonna think about it and think about this. The places that hold on, the places that everybody goes to in Mexico, it's not just because when you go there, you're seeing when you go there, you're seeing all of these armed escorts and armed this and armed that. But guess what? The cartels got their hands in a whole lot of that stuff. The cartels got their hands in the stores that are in these little nooks and stuff. Oh, Mexico's so wonderful. Mexico's so cute. Mexico's this and Mexico. Yeah, because the cartels ain't stupid. They realize, hey, we could make some money off of these tourists by selling them these old little knickknacks and all that other stuff. I remember when we was in Costa Rica, we paid like $25 a hat for these, big goofy little hats. And everywhere I went, there was the same hat. They knew that this is a moneymaker. And I seen the same hat that didn't have what the emblem on it at a service plaza in New Jersey for $9. So that sucker's dirt cheap, you know, and that's all good. That's all good. But what I'm saying is, you thinking you're in a this everybody lies. You can get around whatever. No, no. These criminals, they the same. The head honchos are saying, look, we can make money off these tourists. So you leave them alone in that area. But you got people that want to go walking around like you in the freaking these United States, you know, proving that you're a freaking moron. You know what I'm saying? Proving that you're an idiot because even in these United States, there's certain places that your dumb behind don't need to be walking. There's certain places that you don't need to be. Just like there's got to be certain places over there in Australia that you don't need to be at. You know what I'm saying? Everybody with some common daggone sense would know that. I remember when I'm from Long Island, New York, but I had never really been to the city. So me and my wife had went. Uh, we went. We were literally. We got a hotel. This hotel was literally 2 blocks from where the Twin Towers fell. I mean, really nice. Really, it was small, but it was nice. I had a ball, and we went on a walk. We actually walked. We walked from our hotel to Central Park, which was 52 blocks. And people was freaking out. You're going 52 blocks on it? And then we Googled it. It was like, I think 2.5 miles or something like that. And when we were walking, I'm instinctively saying, okay, I'm not a city person. I don't know nothing. I look for a mile, like on trucking. In trucking, you see, it's called mile markers. If you ever you look on the side of the highway and you start seeing these little signs with numbers on them, they're called mile markers. I instinctively, now that I drive, I keep an eye on where was the last mile marker or which mile marker I remember where I was. So if someone says, well, I'm near mile marker 177, I instinctively did something like that because they put up another tower, and it's not the Twin Towers, but it was another tower. So everywhere we walked, I looked back to see where that tower was because I knew where that building was. Our hotel's on the other side of that building, and we're walking. We're walking, and where people are in public. And she's like, well, let's go down this street. And I'm looking down that street. Ain't nobody down there. Oh, no, no, no. We're not going down that street there. Why not? Come on. Use some common sense now. We're not walking down that street. You see what I'm saying? And this is a problem that a lot of tourists have today that you think that you are invincible and you ain't using no dang common sense. When I'm with my wife, it's a whole lot different because I'm her protector. Even if I might get my behind whooped, I'm gonna jump in and like look, run like hell, run like heck or something. you know, because she's worth protecting. We don't use no common sense, especially in other countries. It was like on my first, not my first cruise, I believe it was the second, which was my honeymoon cruise. I forgot what island we were on, but my good friend Charles, and he'll show up in here in a minute. He um he likes to go to the hoods in different countries, and I'm like, oh my god! I tell him, look, you need to stop that. We have our wives with us, but he still do it. I need to see I want to see my people. I want to see how they roll, and I'm like, it's just cracking up. But one thing we noticed, we going through these little toll booths on this island in a rental car. And if you go back to my first video, you'll laugh your behind off because I meant that. I'm like, look, this is recorded. If you y'all we don't show up, you'll back up. This is what happened. And we're looking, and I noticed that there's an armed guard, and this guy's mad as heck. You can see the look on his face, like I don't want to be out in this hot fine weather with an old It was an old rifle, but he was an armed guard at the toll booth, and we we drove. We actually drove into the tourist area, but it was hood because an 18 wheeler passed us and it didn't have no front hood. The whole hood was gone, and we're both cracking up like, what the heck? What the heck is this? You know, I said that to say this. You're really, unless you really know what you're doing and where you're going, because even I'm gonna add to this. I don't know if you ever see those Food Network or Travel Channel food shows like you know you know the guy that passed away, that committed suicide, and but he was all over the place. He went all over the world eating different foods, and that one guy that would eat all that crazy, crazy food and stuff like that that no other normal human being would eat. Even those people, when they went to those different countries, if they knew, most of the time they had security with them, and two, they had to go to the local gangsters in the area and ask permission, can we be in your area? And if they said, well, you got to pay a toll or whatever, they did that. Y'all don't know that, but that's what they do. They're like, well, if we're coming into your area, we're coming to you. They'll send someone, you know, ahead to ask permission. Can we come into your area? We as Americans think we could just we can walk and talk and do anything we dang well please. Because we're freaking stupid. I'm American. Oh, yeah, okay. Now you're really going to get it. You big dummy. Even on some of these cruise ships, some of the it's like 171 guy got knocked. He got bopped over the head because he was in the wrong part. He was in the wrong part of town. Or they were coming back to the ship and they seen he was easy prey. It's one thing I learned about being in other countries. One, I'm not walking around in no dress shoes. I'm walking around with freaking sneakers. You know. Two, it's like Charles, my man. He my man. I love him to death. But I see his process. He was actually at special forces, and that stuff don't go away. So when you're around him, he carries up the rear. So he's looking in front of you. So normally when he's around, I'm looking ahead because I know he's looking behind us. You see what I'm saying? And You got to, when you're doing this, because I love to travel. We love to travel. We do, like, because they just came back from Colombia. I was like, well, have a good time. I'm not going there. But he said he had a ball. I don't know if I could have did that one. You know what I'm saying? Because see, these people, they think, oh, like, there's this thing about America is the streets are paved with gold and all that. Paved with gold, what? Paved with gold, what? I don't know what your color of gold might be paved with doo doo or something, but it ain't what you think it is. And that's what I'm trying to get at. They thinking we're so super rich, and these everybody on here, y'all, we trying to get paid by YouTube, and we're everybody in a rush to get that thousand subscribers, so it'll take you 4 or 5 more months to a year after that to probably get a $5 check. But all these other countries think that we United States is trillions of dollars in debt, but the streets are paved with gold. Well, y'all, you know what? Y'all need to start pulling up that them gold bricks and pay off this debt. But see, this is the thing. People are not understanding. We're supposed to be the greatest country in the world. Yada yada yada. I understand, but you know, it's not like that. But there was one subscriber I subscribed to. I haven't seen her in a while, but she's African American from Michigan somewhere like that, and she lives in Egypt. She says she had no problem living in Egypt. She really enjoys it. You got to watch out for this, this, and this. But certain folk, I've heard the opposite from Caucasian YouTubers. They get treated like crap. You know, you know, um, they get accosted all the time, and you got to pay this. These fake fines. They keep your stuff and won't let you do this and won't let you do that, and you don't get your stuff back till you leave the country. And I mean, every place is kind of is every place is kind of weird and kind of different. That's a lot of times why when we go on these cruises, I have a phobia. I really don't like being far from that ship because that's my way out of here. I'm not even gonna say that lie. I have a phobia. I get really upset when you try to make me go further past that ship. My wife loves to jump in cabs and do the local thing. But here's the thing with these cruise lines. If you book an excursion through the cruise line, right? If that van or whatever breaks down, they'll call the cruise ship. And that cruise ship will wait for you. But if you do something through, another party, like you get off the boat and at the dock trying to sell their stuff, you're pissed out of luck. And then you don't have money or clothes, you don't have your travel documents, and you're in another country. So now you got to pay an arm and a leg to get because the cruise line ain't responsible. They're not responsible. They'll leave your line. There's a YouTuber that makes it. I stop watching it. It makes me nervous because when I get off the boat, I get nervous like that. I'm not gonna say a lot. His whole channel is named Cruise Run. No, I think it's Cruise Runner or Dock Runner, and he does videos of people running for the ship because the ship done left them. I'm not the one. And Like we did. Oh, sorry about that, Mike. Yeah, that was Charles calling me. He's probably looking where he's probably where you at online. I'm online now. Hold on. Put it back, this back in the holder. But can you hear me now? If you can hear me, put a one or a smiley face. Oh, there you go. But I'm gonna give you like a prime example. The last cruise we went on the celebration, I you know it sounds like I'm talking like I'm crazy, but big crowds make me nervous, especially when I start feeling the energy of the crowd. So you know I don't like to you know um, I don't I don't like to be forced into something I don't want to do. And then when it happens, I get angry and I get upset. And in the Bahamas, what they do is they've got 5,000 or 6,000 or 12,000 or 13,000 people that's come off these big mega ships, and they are looking for to make a sell. They're making they want to show you this tour, they want to show you that tour. I'm more than happy with just walking around the close area near the port. Because again, my phobia, I want to see that ship. So I'm telling you, I'm telling you no, and I don't need to be telling you no more than once. My wife was already mad at me about something. So now she's saying I'm overly aggressive, whatever. I had that long talk with her, and I told her, I said, you need to stop that. You get mad at me for something, other than, the situation, and you're holding on to that. And she's getting upset and all that stuff and saying that I'm being a dick and all that. But when I get afraid, and there's a guy, he was selling this, tour, and I already told y'all, I already explained, I'm not getting on no tour unless I pay the carnival, unless I'm at ease with myself and I'm okay, and it's gonna be. I gotta be on a few more ships, then maybe I could do that again. I ain't been on the ship in about 3 years. So the guys, he's getting all in my face. Not face to face, nose to nose, but he's getting close enough. He's in my space that now I'm gonna be reactive. And I'm like, look, you already got a sale. That man right there said, yeah, leave me alone. I'm not going. And then I walk off. Now she mad at me. Now I had to tell her later on that night that my levels and my anxiety, my whatever done risen. That I'm in either fight or flight mode. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't feeling it. So now that I know that area makes me do that, when we go back, when we're going back, I'm either gonna have my earphones with music on, or I'm gonna have my head down, and I'm gonna push through that crowd and be done with it. Because this is what happens to me every once in a while. But I'm still back to the original story. I'm on high alert because now I'm somewhere else. I'm in somebody else's country. I'm somewhere where I'm not. It's not a normal for us to be. You know, we're walking, and she wants to walk down, walk through this little itty bitty alley. You know, I'm like this one. She ain't even use no common daggone sense. But we walked through that alley. We walked up and down. I'm
I'm still looking around. Like, okay, somebody come out this way, I'm gonna knock him in the head with that, that flower pot over there. If someone coming this way, he gonna get drop kicked, And I'm thinking like some John Claude Van Damme movie. This is what I'm gonna do. You know, and in reality, I might be the biggest bitch in the whole crowd. Oh my God! Yeah! It might be something like that. Who the heck knows? But at least I'm thinking ahead. I'm like, okay, because see, my wife, she be cracking me up. But yes, let's go here. I'm like, we ain't doing that. Well, let's invite Charles and Cynthia along. Then you'll feel okay then, right? I said, and I'm thinking like, all right, now my wife thinks my friend is straight up gangster, and nobody gonna mess with him. I'm like, this one, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now, you know. And I told him about that. He was cracking up. Let's find Charles and Cynthia. Oh, because you just think they straight crazy. So crazy means crazy. Then we should be okay. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, Jesus take the wheel. You know, these are the things that folks don't see. They go, oh, we're gonna pay thousands of dollars and we're gonna go here, we're gonna go there, and you find out that even the little kids that run up on you, and you gotta watch that. Certain areas, this lady act like they'll act dumb, and they'll come up put a bracelet right on your wrist, and then you look at it, you gotta watch that, and then they'll want you to pay, do this or pay that or what. Get away from me. I know the game. I know the game. Stay away from me. Back up, back up, back up. You know, but these are the things, and that's what I'm saying. And it goes back to what originally what I was saying is, and I believe that the black folks that got kidnapped, they think, well, I'm gonna make my body look so beautiful and get butt injections, booty injections, so now I can look sexy. You know what, ladies, ladies, let me tell you, ain't no man want to see all that. Ain't no grown ass man at that want to see all that fake, the injections in your lips, in your butt, and you're putting all kind of stuff in your behind other than your booty. And I'm sorry, I might get canceled with that fake behind hair and the eyelashes that are so long that looks like a duck bill or whatever. Ain't nobody want to see all that mess. Ain't nobody want to see all that mess. But y'all, you go somewhere and have some illegal stuff done because you're trying to get the discount special, and then wondering why your body falling apart and stuff like that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know. But I mean, and again, this is for entertainment purposes only. The host has no idea what he's talking about. But but even that, I was looking because I need some dental work done. Yeah, you go to Mexico, fly into Mexico and do it. But I don't want to be going into some shopping center. And next thing you know, some knucklehead jump out of the car because I need a freaking root canal. And I'm coming here and I'm probably gonna have to put that on a credit card. and you gonna rob me thinking you gonna make all this big payout, and then the whole time I'm gonna be hit with the butt of the rifle or whatever, or the gun, laughing because you're a freaking idiot because you don't realize I'm broke as heck. um, I don't understand, but I don't know. And this stuff is like the makings of a movie. You know what I mean? It's like the makings of a movie, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But you know, who knows? I don't. I can't. Wait a minute. I'm sitting there wondering why am I so cold? I got the freaking AC on. Turn that mess up. Turn up a little bit, have a little bit of heat. And I'm like, dang, I'm sick of the winter. And I look down, and I got the freaking AC on. Who knows? Who knows? But I be trying to, trying to, I was trying to get Charles to come up, and so we can talk about some of this stuff. But he big old, he don't want to do that this early in the morning while I'm driving. But hey, that's what it is, you know. But hey, I was yesterday. Um, I'm getting ready for the live-a-thon, the hype-a-thon, or whatever we're calling it this month. I mean, it's fun. It's fun, but I'm looking for some funny little things that I can, you know, do whatever to describe the stuff that we go through on this channel, the things that we do, you know, because it's ever expanding, it's ever growing. I really might have to, you know, do a second channel, you know, because now I'm the planting, I'm the planting trucker, the what over the road, OTR, OTR gardener. I forgot I wrote that down somewhere. I'm an over the road gardener. I got some. I got some habanero peppers. I just got me a habanero pepper plant and the tomatoes. So I'm the OTR gardener now, so I can't. My name already long as heck now. Can't stop walking but love mowing and cruising and over the road gardening. You know, nah, I'm gonna have to get. I'm too lazy as it is. I gotta start me another channel, but I'll do it eventually. But if I don't say anything, I'm just saying it now. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for if you coming in on the remix. Thank you. You're well appreciated. All of you guys are appreciated. Good morning. Good morning. We just talk about this time of the morning. We're talking about a little bit of everything, but it sounds like um, I'm annoyed about traveling, and I'm really not. Um, I'm actually just the opposite. I get very excited. I get very happy, very emotional, because it's just God reminding me every time that I go to somewhere new or somewhere different that you know it's because He gave me a second chance at life. Every time that I know and I think about that, I do get emotional. I do tear up, and I do give thanks because I put nut jobs, wonderful nut jobs into my life that pull out the best in me. I normally wouldn't do stuff. You know, but hey, we're going ahead. You want to come? I ain't doing that. Next thing you know, I'm with the group. Next thing you know, I'm like, all right, I'm all right. You know, I'm just saying, I'm with the group. It's funny because my Norma told my sister that one day, because my sister, I'm taking my sister on her first cruise next June next year, and she already paid hers off. We got to start paying her. She already paid hers off, and she said she want to do this, she want to do that. I said, well, have fun. She said, we'll be back on time. I said, have fun. And if you're not back on time, I'll make sure your stuff gets off the boat and in the car, and I'll see y'all when you get back. But I'm gonna be I'm gonna be with my boy, my son, because I'm bringing my son too. My son is dang near late 20s, early 30s. You know, he's coming too. Because you really when you find something so much enjoyable, like I do cruising, you want to let your loved ones know how much fun it is. Everybody's got every excuse in the book. I ain't doing that. I don't want to. What if the boat sinks? But then, yeah, you're right. We're all gonna be dead. But the boat ain't gonna sink. But what if it does? Okay, well we'll get on the lifeboat, which is unsinkable. These lifeboats ain't sinkable. That's a lot of money. Well, guess what? You can make payments on it. Just like a credit card or like a layaway. You can make payments on this stuff. You know, that's why I got two more cruises after this, way out. One next year and then one the first of 24 and 25. Make payments on it. You get on there. All these people you see on these cruise channels, 9 times out of 10, they got one of the cheapest behind rooms on that boat. Because they ain't spending their time in the room. When you're on a cruise, you're not going to be spending time in the room. You're actually going to be spending time. See, look at that fool. He just went around me. I was getting out of the lane. Cool, but whatever. But what I'm saying is, you don't spend. The only time, if you're really having fun, the only time you're gonna spend in your room is to go to bed and get up and go back out. You know what I mean? That's really it. And if you're seasick or whatever, take a seasick pill. Oh, it's gonna make me sleepy. But take the pill and walk around. One of the best cruises I ever been on was because my wife was seasick. She wanted to go to freaking Bermuda, and I've already been to Bermuda on a sub. I was like, there's freaking nothing there. I still want to go. We're going to Bermuda. Okay. All the way there, she was sick because we were running from a storm. So I'm just having a ball. I'm at the ball. I come back, check on her. I said, did you take the season? Well, it's going to make me sleepy. Well, what are you doing? I'm sleeping. Well, why don't you take the pill? It's going to make me sleepy. Okay, yes, all right. All right, all right. All right, dear. I had more fun. I mean, the boat was like, sometimes the hallway was kind of tilted a little bit, and it would make you nervous. But see, I'm ex-Navy. I already been there. I'm like, it's so funny. I forgot I don't get seasick because I'm ex-Navy. I already been through all this mess, and I'm sitting there laughing, and I had more fun. And I just kept on. I'm sitting at the bar. I didn't go crazy. I didn't have a lot of heavy drinks, but I just had a beer. And I'm just sitting there having a beer or two, and go back check. Have another beer or two, go back check. I'm going by got When she finally, what you do? What you do? Nothing. Just walked around. What you do? Nothing. Just walk around there. She might come watch this video. I doubt it, but do nothing. But that's our life. That's our lives. That's my life. I love it. Um, I got to the lawn care stuff of this channel. I got her to put the water on just for a few minutes because it's gonna rain. I think today or tomorrow. But I have new grass seed coming up because I was telling you guys last week that I got so frustrated that my part of my lawn is tore from the floor up. But I'm going to I wanted to lay some Bermuda sod down, but every time I come up with the money, because it's like dang it, $200-300 a pallet, and I need like 5 pallets, and I've only put 2 pallets down. Every time I come up with the money, I gotta pay a bill, so I can, bills come first. So I'm like, yeah, I just went out there. I got so many different types of grass. I put a hodgepodge of grass seed, and I just said, you know what, whatever come up will come up. I'll figure it out later. And guess what? All that stuff started coming up, and I can see it on the camera. I'm like, nah, and see, that's what I'm saying. Is how can I have on my channel can't stop walking, but love mowing, and I ain't got nothing to mow, you know? So now I got something to mow. So that's what I can't wait to go home and break out the John Deere. I'm a flip a coin. I got like 6 or 7 mowers. I can flip a coin which one I'm gonna mow with. Clean up the yard and stuff like that. I know that part sounds boring, but we talked about the earlier the earlier thing about going to another country and getting kidnapped. I would like to go to Africa, but I'm just trying to figure out where I would like to go, and I just want to be not safe and secure, but I want to have fun and not have to worry about bull crap. You know, we're going on, one of the, June the next year, we're going to Grand Caymans. I get in an argument with my wife all the time. You've been to Grand Caymans? I know where I've been. I've never been there because you have to tender off of the boat. Tender means you have to, from your ship, you got to get onto a little boat and it takes you to shore. I've never been on a cruise that I've ever tendered. So that means I've never freaking been there. Well, you've been there. No, you might have been there with one of your boyfriends, but then you ain't never been there with me. Yeah, right. I ain't never been there. But we're going to Grand Caymans, and then we're actually going to Jamaica. All I want when we go to Jamaica, I'm gonna get out of the port area. That's the only thing Tom you gonna see. I'm gonna do that. I'm going for one of them shacks. What do you mean by that? I want some real Jamaican jerk chicken. I've always wanted that. We were supposed to before the COVID hit, and right in the middle of COVID, it was paid off. We were supposed to go to Jamaica, and I was like, look, all I want is real jerk chicken. I don't want stuff made by Americans. Yeah, a lot of times you go to these, you know, uh, Jamaican restaurants and Caribbean restaurants, and you get but no, I want to go to one of them shacks on the side of the freaking road that it's got charcoal on there, and they put the chicken on like bamboo sticks and stuff like that, and to keep it from burning. And they cook it like I want the real McCoy, the real original jerk chicken. I've always wanted to try it. tickle pink. And I want the real McCoy type stuff. Even if and that, and I want they have the little things where you get on these little rafts that halfway float. I've seen it on Travel Channel. That I want to get on that, and you go down this little river. I want to do that. Now I will step out of my comfort zone because this is something I want to do. And by that time, because like I said, once I get on a few more ships, then I'm gonna be willing to. Okay, we don't need to do a ship sponsored tour. I'm gonna be ready to. I'm not gonna be happy, but I'm gonna be ready. My nuts are gonna be a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna be man enough to say, okay, I'm ready. Let's go on, a local tour or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Well, I'm that type of person. You gotta ease me into it. It's like the easement. You got, when you merge it into a lane, you got to slowly come out there before somebody. That's when I'm going. That's when I'm going to be ready. Um, that part of it's going to be the easy, not really easy part, but that's all I'm saying. We had I forgot. Dang it. I forgot what I was going to say right there. But that's the part where I'm saying cruising, traveling. Again, I would have never did this. I would have did the cruise with no Mexico. But now we're starting to, venture out and actually get on a plane. Get on a plane and fly to places. So, I'm going to be looking for something a few years down the line. Y'all know I want to go to Japan. Not for normal. I got to get all that. I don't need all that. But I want to go to there's an authentic ramen shop up the road from where we live in Georgia. But I want to go to one in Japan. I think I would just tickle freaking thing. And I want to have real wagyu beef. What do you mean by real? The stuff that everybody's saying over here in the United States ain't the real stuff. The real McCoys is only sold in like 4 or 5 restaurants all across the United States because they don't allow that beef. It's highly regulated. They don't allow it to leave the country. And you're not when they say, well, wagyu beef is blah blah blah. No, you're gonna pay like $200 for less than 4 ounces of meat, minimum. That's how expensive that mess is. All I'm saying is, if I pay $200 for a 4 ounce piece of beef, or less than 4 ounce piece, it might take me a good minute to eat it because I'm gonna take that sweet behind food. Like, oh my God, just taste it and put it down, taste it, put it down. But with something like that, going there is gonna be really expensive. We were talking about going to the Maldives. I think we were gonna stay on at a regular Circle A for 4 or 5 days, and then have one night over the water and figure something like that. Because I'm not a baller. I'll tell you right now. But I'm gonna figure out how can I make my bucket list come true. I just have to, really think about it. I have to sit back and think about it. I have some stocks that I bought that if they come due at the price that I was hoping they go back to, I might use some of those stock to make some of my bucket list stuff come true. I don't know. We'll figure that out. When it comes. You know what I mean? But I am looking at the clock, and I have come to the notion time to say for you guys that are about to go to sleep, good night. You guys that wake up in the morning, good morning and a good evening. But I want to say this. I was looking at someone else's live, not live, but a recording. They was upset. They were remembering, a loved one that passed. And I just want to say this. A lot of times you don't know what to say to that person. And I remember one time, and it didn't dawn on me because I wasn't more experienced in the faith at the time until years later. I remember this. Um, this lady, we was at the funeral of a friend of mine's mother that passed. Actually, my best friend's mother. I just remember. And I was getting some flowers for her, and another lady was in the florist, and she was upset. Her child had passed, and how we normally say, well, she's in a better place. And I said that lady totally went off on me. I mean, gave me the reaming of my life. But I remember her mentioning, before I said that to the florist, that my daughter was saved, and she just wanted me to know about, Jesus Christ, in his salvation, or whatever. What the daughter was trying to do was get mom the ticket through the door so we could meet again on the other side. Even though she was dying, she was saying to mommy, I want you to have the key to the kingdom and come across. So when it's your time, I know it's my time right now, but when it's your time, we'll see each other again. And that lady didn't know why she was yelling at me then, and not understanding that her daughter, even though she passed, it's our belief, her daughter was sitting in paradise. No more tears, no more crying, no more pain, no more suffering. And that is our belief as Christians, that, I'm going to see you on the other side. So I just say that to say this. If you don't think anybody loves you, know that I love you. And God loves you too. You guys have a blessed day. Thanks for listening. I'm going to call this the mumble moment. I wake up and I'm mumbling. I'm all over the place. And I just say I appreciate you guys coming in. You guys have a blessed day. And, we'll see you tomorrow. See you when I see you. God bless and peace out.